everybody. We're having a good time. Welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran. We're so glad you're with us.
I'm Olga Villaverdi. We have lots of great stuff ahead.
Healthy, hygienic things for all of us today.
And we need that. We also have cool activewear for women on the go. Hello. And it's fiesta time.
Okay, fiesta time.
Snack ideas
Okay, rico.
for the entire family. And you know
Rico.
they are rico.
And I'm rolling my R's. Stay with us. My mom always said, don't forget to wash your hands, and she's right. Here's Olga with that story.
This morning, we're going to be talking about germs, more specifically germs in the household. That's why I'm outside of the studio in this gorgeous home, and I'm going to be showing you some hot spots that you really need to be aware of. And with me is my friend. He's actually an expert. He's got all the information. His name is Jason Liles with Molnlycke Health Care. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing very well.
I love leaving the studio. I feel at home. Get it? No pun intended. All right, so Jason, let's talk about germs and how prevalent they are in the household. Because you know, we know that when we're outside, there's germs everywhere. But in the home?
They are everywhere in the home too. In fact, especially if you have children and pets. A recent study showed that 97% of households with pets and children have Staphylococcus aureus in the home. That's a staph infection you've probably heard of.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, so they are everywhere.
Wow. And what are some hot spots we need to be aware of?
Well, the biggest offender is here in the kitchen.
Okay,
if
why?
you think about the sink, the sponge, the dish towel, those are all damp places where germs really thrive.
Where else?
If you move through the house, another damp area would be the bathroom.
Yes.
And it's not just the toilet as you might expect, but it's also the bathtub and the sink, so keep an eye on this place.
And I am so, you know, oh my gosh, every day I have to clean the bathroom because I know that. Go ahead. Where
And
else?
then the children's areas. You know, if your children are like mine, they're always putting their toys in their mouth.
Because you have a newborn.
I do, an 8-month-old.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you
So
very
they're
much.
always, again, putting things in their mouths. It's just so difficult.
It's tough to keep up with. That, the changing table, the food areas, those places need to be cleaned regularly. And then we touch so many surfaces every day. Those places that we touch the most, like the cell phone, the remote control, those places are also hot spots for germs.
Now, no matter what you do, Jason, because you know there's germs outside, and I do believe that sometimes you just have to deal with it because the body builds the antibodies,
Absolutely.
right? However, we can always take that extra step to protect our families. How do we do that?
Yeah, well, they're everywhere, but that's not to scare you, because there are things that we can do to prevent them from getting into the body, which is how infections start.
Correct.
So first of all, it's just good hygiene. And you can start by washing your hands regularly, particularly with the good soap. And U.S. News and World Report did a survey of thousands of pharmacists, and they found that Hibiclens was the #1 recommended soap, antimicrobial soap on the market.
And I come from a family of surgeons. I have
There you
seen
go.
this
I bet you have.
in the hospitals.
Yes, because our heritage really lies in healthcare. The #1 reason for infection in hospitals is bacteria on the patient's skin. So before someone comes in for surgery, they will take an antiseptic shower with something like Hibiclens, and they'll be bathed while they're in there. So it is very common in hospitals.
And if I can ask you, why is this, let's say, a huge difference from the hand soap I'm using right now in my kitchen?
Sure, well, it's a really unique product because the active ingredient safely binds to the skin. You don't even know it's there, but it continues to give you protection from germs for up to 24 hours after use. So it's pretty cool.
Now, I will say, using something that's in the hospital and using it at home, I kind of think this is really too strong, no?
No, actually, it's quite a gentle formulation. The active ingredient is safe. So we like to say that it's strong enough for medical use, but also gentle enough for motherly use.
And it's really important also for families out there, and I know there are many dance moms, soccer moms, volleyball moms, sports,
Yes.
contact sports. My daughter got a staph infection when she was a gymnast, and it happens.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's actually quite common, especially when you look at football, wrestling, cheerleading, those areas where skin is coming in contact, the dampness of sweat. So you do want to take care not to share personal items like towels and razors, because bacteria can live on those for weeks.
It can.
And then you want to make sure that you shower before and after, especially many of those activities.
All right, so great information. We've got this. We've got a sink behind us, so why don't we put it to the test?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to follow you.
Okay.
I'm going to be your guinea pig.
All right, it's easy.
Okay, my hands are clean, but whatever. We'll be squeaky clean this morning. You take the lead.
All right, first just turn on the water and wet your hands.
Okay.
Then you're just going to apply a little bit of Hibiclens as you would a normal soap.
Okay.
Then you're going to want to scrub for about 20 seconds, which seems like a long time, but make it fun for the kids by humming Happy Birthday twice. And then you rinse it off.
That wasn't 20 seconds yet. All right, we'll speed it up a little bit. Okay.
And then you dry your hands, so with a clean towel. So very, very simple.
Thank you so much. For our viewers out there who'd like more information, where do they go?
We go to Hibiclens.com. So that's Hibiclens.com.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And congratulations with the newborn.
Oh, thank you.
What's his name?
His name's Grayson.
God bless him. All right, and of course, for more information, you could always go to our website, and that's thebalancingact.com. Keep clean.
Thanks so much, Olga. Coming up, fitness wear that motivates, and later, peace of mind during that time of the month.
Spring is here, and we're about to spring into fitness after hibernating all winter. I am so ready. And we're going to help you get back into gear with the right gear for women on the go. To help us push through is Kristen Sims and Michelle Cannon of Gildan, USA.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. All right, Kristen, let me start with you. When it comes to working out, and I love working out, and I do a lot, you know, inside the house, outside the house, I really like to not only look good, but feel good about myself. It's important, especially when I'm outside. I'd like to show it off.
Absolutely. I love to work out too, but every day, not so much. So I need anything that helps me motivate to get me out of the bed, get me going during the day. So part of that is making sure that I look good with my activewear, my shirts that I'm wearing, my clothes that I'm wearing. That way I'll keep working out.
And Michelle, you too?
Every day. It's like I get up, and if I don't get a workout in, then the day hasn't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just need that little bit of encouragement, you know?
The endorphins going there.
And sometimes even in our activewear, we need a little more encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've done with some of ours is added a little saying in here that says, P.S., this is your day.
So
for
this
encouragement.
This is something good in terms of maybe dressing and looking cute.
Something else with this type of top right here is a smoothing top. So whenever you put it on, you know, some of those lumps and bumps that you have right here through your line, it helps smooth it out. And then you have that little inspirational message in there. This is your day.
Let's talk about more about proper activewear, because you have a slew of things to go through.
It's so important for women to look for patterns and styles that work specifically for their body, that's designed for the women's body. There's so many shirts out there right now that are just, you know, basic box shirts that, you know, are kind of unisex that maybe your husband or your boyfriend might wear. Steer away from those. We really focus on the side taper fit right here. It really helps a woman's curves and it hugs you a little bit better. Also, it's important to look at fabrics. Within our Gildan line, we offer cotton, we offer polyester, we offer nylon, and without our whole active line, we have a lot of moisture management features. The good thing about it is, you know, the sweat kind of goes to the outside of the shirts and it kind of disperses in the air and you don't see the sweat. So it's really nice and it keeps you cool.
And what about when it comes to, let's say, socks? Like sometimes I'll use my husband's and I look ridiculous and I shouldn't be wearing those.
We need to get you some.
We need to do something cuter. It just, he'll look at me and go, why'd you grab my socks? Oh, I'm in a hurry. And it makes a difference.
Yes, well what you need to do is, in addition to our activewear, we also carry Power Socks, which is a gold toe brand. This program is designed specifically for a woman's foot. So we have a product development lab and testing lab that we work with every day for every sock that we work on. And with a lot of testing on this sock specifically, we have designed a line. It's called Power Socks by Gold Toe. It's got a narrower toe box right here because women's feet tend to be a little more narrow, and you don't want to have all that bulk in your toe. And also we have zone cushioning throughout, and this really helps with your strike zone as you're walking. If you're not thinking about your feet, you have more time to think through other important things throughout your day.
And there are benefits to compression socks because your feet really feel
it
less
gives you
tired.
more energy. Yeah, it circulates your blood more, it gives you more energy, and it gives you more pep in your step. Absolutely.
You know, people talk about compression and they think about it kind of from a medicinal point of view, but the reality of it, it benefits everyone. It's energizing and it really helps you feel better. What compression really is different layers of Lycra that really contract on your leg and push your blood flow up. So a lot of runners today are wearing running sleeves and over the calf running socks. But in addition to our Lycra that we put in our socks, we also put it in our sheer hosiery.
Tell me about this. This is amazing. It's gorgeous.
So sheers have kind of gone back and forth over the years, and they're, you know, everyone wore them, and you had to have it to have a finished suit. Then came and you know, all right, no one's wearing sheers anymore.
Bare legs.
Bare legs, that's where we are. But if you want a polished look and you want to feel better and you want to look great in your clothing, it's like foundation for your legs. You know, you wouldn't go out barefaced. So sometimes your legs need a little bit of polish until you can get some sun on them. However, you can start, you know, with a more polished, then as you go into summer, go a little darker and keep that polish. But the control will really help your clothes look better.
They've even changed the design too.
They have changed the design. And as an example, we have very flattering, sexy, you know, like bikini topped control.
No longer like grandma.
Not like grandma. And this is a mild compression, so it adds a little bit of support to what you have on your legs. But then if you want to get into a firmer compression, this will even support your legs even more. And you can see it looks a little heavier, but once you put it on, it's very light and very comfortable. And what this does is if you're on your feet all day, you're going to have more energy, your legs are going to be less tired. And again, putting more compression in the top, it holds everything in.
And you guys look fabulous with them.
We don't have any lumps and bumps showing.
No lumps and bumps. And you know what? I don't care how firm you are here or how strong you are down here. I think it still makes you look very neat and very elegant.
It keeps you very solid and firm too.
Thank you so much for all the information. For our viewers out there who'd like to learn more, where can they go, Michelle?
Look at all our products on Gildan.com and check us out.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Of course, you can also go to our website, and that's thebalancingact.com. Let me see the beige one.
I just love those designs. And later, gearing up for Cinco de Mayo in the kitchen. Stay with us.
Okay, ladies, let's get really personal. What if I told you there was a better way to navigate your period? And by better way, I mean really better. No more buying and throw away hundreds of dollars worth of feminine products. No more panic every couple of hours because you're afraid of having an accident. Sounds good, right? I think so. Here to tell us why millions of women around the world have ditched tampons and pads, and for good, and what are they using instead, is Carrie Chambers from Diva International. Good morning.
Good morning, Olga.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I've never heard about the Diva Cup, but first, before we talk about this, I want to explain to my viewers, and there's a lot you taught me before we started this, regarding tampons and pads. I mean, I know we need them, I know we use them, but they're really not good for us.
No, they're not. They're really not that great for the body. They expose the body to chemicals that we don't need, and they're bad for the environment too.
And I know you and your mom, Francine, who's with us this morning, you guys came up with something very special here, the Diva Cup. What inspired all of this?
Well, menstrual cups have actually been around for over 80 years.
They have?
Yes, they've been around since the 1930s. It's been a best kept secret.
Wow.
I know, and my mom and I wanted to create a product that was better for the body, better for women to carry on with their daily lives and carry on all their activities. So that's where the inspiration for the Diva Cup came about.
So if I don't use a tampon or pad, how do I use this?
Well, it's actually really easy to use. It's just a small silicone cup made of healthcare grade silicone.
Okay.
And you can fold it two ways. Fold it in the U-fold or in the punch down fold, which makes it pretty small. This is what most of our customers prefer. And it's just inserted into the vaginal canal and it's pushed in just one low in the canal. And we have full instructions on our website, and we have an informational video as well that explains it in detail.
And in that video that I'm seeing right now, I see that it's pretty easy to put in.
Yeah, very easy to insert, very easy to remove. You can wear it for up to 12 hours. You just leave it in for 10 to 12 hours, remove it, wash it out. You can wash it with the Diva Wash, which is our all-natural pH balance cleanser, and reinsert it and carry on with your day. That's it.
Okay, so what about, let's see, I have so many questions. How about for the woman, let's say she has light flow and someone else who may have heavy flow? How does this apply?
Well, it's great for all types of flow. For women with lighter flows, they may only fill a quarter to a half of the cup after 12 hours. And for women that have heavier flows, they just need to empty it more often.
Okay, what about the two different colors here? Tell me what that's about.
Well, the pink ones actually are smaller size for women under 30 and before childbirth, and women after 30, or once you've had a baby, then you go with the blue box.
Okay, and after you clean it, how long can you actually use the Diva Cup?
It's actually great for at least a year. You can really only need to replace it once a year.
Wow, so you're talking some savings here as well.
Definitely. Women actually spend about $200 to $300 a year on tampons and pads. So it's definitely a big savings.
What is the feedback you're getting, let's say, from doctors? Have studies been done? And women in general who tell you, I love this or I don't like this? What do they say?
Well, we've had incredible feedback from everybody. We have just through social media and on our website, and oh my God, everyone runs up to us and at trade shows tells us how much they love the product. And 91% of women in a clinical study prefer the Diva Cup over tampons and pads.
So where can I find it if I go, let's say, to the supermarket or to a drugstore?
It's available in most drugstores, anywhere where feminine hygiene tampons and pads are sold. You'll find the Diva Cup, and you can find a store locator on our website as well.
Which is the one for over 30 again?
The blue box.
Okay. I wish I could lie and say I need the pink one, but I'll keep the blue one. For our viewers out there who'd like more information, where do they go?
DivaCup.com.
DivaCup.com. Well, thank you, and thank you to Francine for coming up with something so. It's kind of like the girdle turned spandex, right?
There you go.
Something way back when and proved better today.
Definitely, definitely. This is the modern redesign for today's woman. Everyone needs a Diva Cup, definitely.
And we've come a long way to be able to talk about this on a morning show, haven't we?
Definitely.
We're such divas. Thank you so much. And of course, if you'd like more information, you can go to DivaCup.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Okay, get ready for yummy overload.
Here's Chef Ralph Pagano with a quick bite.
Say cheese!
Love that music. And I also love celebrating Cinco de Mayo, a day of Mexican pride and heritage. Chef Ralph Pagano here with a quick bite. Can you say cheese, as is in cheesy nachos? Delicious. And of course, Cinco de Mayo is a great excuse for drinking margaritas. And just in time for Cinco de Mayo, I'm gonna bring you some dishes that everyone is gonna devour. We're gonna kick it off with Ricos out of San Antonio, Texas. Have you ever eaten nachos? Have you ever eaten cheese? Have you been to a stadium or a movie theater? Then you have had some Ricos nachos and cheese sauce, and you're gonna love it at home. Let me show you how to get this Cinco de Mayo party started. Right here, I'm gonna make one of my favorite dishes, the cheesy chicken casserole. I've got some beautiful grilled chicken breast that I'm gonna throw inside. Corn off the cob makes its way into my dish. Salsa, because what's a queso party without salsa? Over here, I've got black olives, also very prevalent in my Cinco de Mayo party. Some red pepper, green pepper. If you had a yellow pepper, it could go in there. This secret ingredient, cream of chicken soup. You say what? I say delicious. And the piece de la resistance, the real star of the show, Ricos nacho cheese. This stuff is creamy, velvety, and delicious. When it gets into your mouth, it's like a whole party just happened. Gonna mix it all together, spin it around. So we got the corn, we got the black olives, we got the peppers. We need a little bit of crunch. How about trying this? Texan Original, another brand out of Ricos. It's fantastic. It's like they invented the corn chip. Now, what do you do with broken corn chips? Right, when you have them in the house, you never know what you're gonna do with them. You think you're just gonna eat them, try and dip them into the salsa one at a time, get it all over your fingers. That's not the case. This, you drop into the bottom of your casserole dish, and it's gonna get this great crunch factor that you so desperately need when you got gooey food. This, my friends, is what cheese is all about. Cheese and chicken and peppers and olives. Oh, man. More of these broken chips go on top. More of the chicken cheese mix goes on top of that. Ricos goes a long way. Your family's gonna love you. Your friends are gonna love you. Jack cheese goes on the roof. The whole thing pops in the oven, 350 degrees, 40 minutes later, gooey, cheesy, crispy, yummy, delicious, fantastic cheesy chicken casserole, brought to you by your friends at Ricos. And for more crispy, cheesy deliciousness, and to check out Ricos' full line of snacks, visit Ricos.com or visit our website, thebalancingact.com. Remember, this has been a quick bite, but chew slowly. Olé!
So what can you say in 140 characters? A lot. So let's get social. Join the conversation. Follow us on Twitter at @TheBalancingActTV.
Cannot wait to try those recipes at home. Rico! Well, that's our show. But head to our Facebook page and our website. We've got so much more for you.
We really do. And thanks for watching, everybody, as always.
And we'll see you next time. Rico!
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 Wardrobe provided by Stage Stores.